So in this video, I want to take you through a walk around the dashboard. The Usawa dashboard is the first point or landing point when you sign in every day. It is almost like your command center. It's actually a command center that gives you a quick overview of how your business is doing. The dashboard has a lot of sections, and in this video, I'll be going through all the sections of the dashboard and all the tools and features that the dashboard has so that you have a complete understanding of how to utilize your dashboard as you go along in using Usawa. So when you log in, the Usawa will welcome you and tell you that this is your overview of your business. Now, the dashboard has some sidebar, which will be on your right, and then it has a top bar with a lot of other features that we're going to be talking about as we go on. Let's start with the sidebar. So the sidebar has the dashboard, which is where we are at the moment, and on that dashboard there are a lot of various areas there. So let's start with the first buttons that you're going to see. Now note that the onboarding status and setup progress will only show if you have not completed your onboarding or your setup is also not completed. Once both of them are completed, these two boxes, you will not see them anymore. So the first thing I'm going to see is your onboard status. Where are you when it comes to onboarding? For example, myself, I am on this particular journey. I've completed 67%. That means I've done 4 out of the 6 steps to complete. And if I click on this drop down, I'll be able to see what I have not completed and what has been completed. I can see the business profile has not been completed. I've done the physical setting, chart of account, bank account, tax conversion. I have also invited a member that has not accepted. So you can see it's a pending invitation sent. And for me, I can really resend the invitation to whoever I sent it to. And it's a quick link that can take me to my business profile and all that. So the next one is the setup. Now the setup is like I said, there are like 5 major modules in Usawa. This setup walks you through various modules, and it also shows you where you are, how many modules are ready. For example, in this my setup, there are 3 modules that are ready out of the 5. If you click on this continue setup, it takes you directly to the modules that needs to be completed. Now, below that is the alert buttons. Now, the alert buttons basically activate if there are invoices that are overdue or bills that are overdue. How does the system do this? Now, there is a payment terms which you have maybe set up in your business to say maybe a client should pay you in 3 days or in 5 days or in 30 days. If it has gone beyond those days, the alert button shows you that you have these bills these invoices that are outstanding, that they are overdue. It means that you will need to take quick efforts maybe in that day to make sure that you recover your money or find out from your staff where you are consigning that particular collection. The same thing for the bills. You have the bills that are overdue, will also showed up there. Now below there is that you have invoices that are pending, that are waiting payment, the number of them, overdue invoices, overdue bills, number of your active employees, and the number of leads that you have that needs to follow up. All these are boxes that are active. You can actually click on them and it's going to take you directly to them, to where the destination. Now, below that is a ledger health. What does this do? This is basically showing you an overview, especially when you are not the person in charge of reconciliations and doing some major accounting. You'll be able to see if your trial balance is actually balanced. You'll be able to see if there are variances in your control account. And if there are journals that needs for you to approve, you'll be able to see them there. And when was the last time reconciliation was done? That will also show you from there. And then you have a quick navigation button to your trial balance, balance sheet, profit and loss, and the control account directly from here. Now, below that is the inventory review module. Now, what this does is that so that you always on top of your inventory, This shows you if inventory is low or you're out of stock in particular inventory, so that you can quickly make plans for the reorder of that particular inventory. So you're going to see here the inventories that are low that needs to be replenished. Excuse me. Now, please note also that if you don't have any of those alerts, this inventory alert card will not actually be activated. Now, below that, it is the recurring, upcoming recurring bills and invoices. This shows you any invoice or bills that is planned to reoccur that is going to come up automatically as the day goes by. So this allows you to be aware that maybe you're due to pay maybe your rent, or you're due to pay your salaries, you're due to pay anything that is going to be recurring on a monthly basis. Now, below that is the delivery card. Because one of the features that is in Usawa is that you're able to create deliveries in Usawa, and creating that delivery allows you to monitor the various stages of delivery, the one that is in transit, pending, the one that is due for delivery today, and the one maybe delivery has failed. Maybe the person that was supposed to collect it was not available to pick it. You're able to see it directly from your dashboard. Now, below that, it is a quick action button that takes you to the various modules of Usawa Books, Usawa Pay, and then Usawa CRM. And then you have below that the action button that takes you directly to invoices, to bills, to employees, and also to bills, to leads. Now, at the top of this dashboard, you have some quick buttons there. One is that you have a quick navigation button that allows you to create new invoice, new code, bills, credit note, and all that, all of them directly from here. And then you have an AI assistant that has been built into Usawa. So you can ask questions, for example, what is my total of receivables? Please note this will only answer questions relating to your business, how are you performing and all that. It's a full integrated AI assistant that can talk to you about how your business is doing. Now, next to that is your knowledge base. Now, the knowledge base allows you to ask questions. Say you want to know how invoices are created, and if you click on it, you can actually access the knowledge base that takes you directly to those invoices, or should I say to the knowledge of those, and you're able to read the article of how invoices can be created in the knowledge base. Now, after that is a quick action key that allows you to, if you want to be using action keys, to allow you to go and see those keyboard shortcuts that you can actually use. And after that is a notification center. The notification center is where you can request from support from the Usawa Suite staff or support services. And if you click on that, the next one is the notification. Notification is where you have, if there's any form of notification that relates to your account, maybe your subscription is about to expire, subscription has been paid, or there is a webinar being organized by Usawa team, you are going to get a notification from here. And then the third one is the support. This is where you can actually submit support requests to the Usawa team, and they'll be able to respond to you. And also, you'll be able to follow up on all the support that you have raised, the history of them, and everything that relates to your support. And has it been treated? What is outstanding to be treated? Now, let's go to the side tab. Now, the side tab of Usawa is arranged in such a way that each of the modules, when you click them, below them down, you are going to see all the other sub-navigation of that module. So you can see that you have POS. If you click on POS, if you do a scroll down, you now see the sub-menu that relates to POS. If I go back to click on the dashboard, you see that there is basically nothing between support and settings and all that. But once I click on POS, you will see that there are sub-menus that relate directly to POS that are now going to be displayed. Now, note that each module also has its own peculiar settings. while there's a general settings for the Usawa Suite. Each of the modules have settings that relates to them. So if you look at the sub-menu of POS now, you see that you have quick sales, receipts, laybys, the report, quick keys, loyalty, and it's also settings. And then below that is accounting. Also, if you scroll down, you will see the various sub-menus of accounting. They are all arranged in the way of operations. You can see inventory, contacts, accounting, banking, multi-currency report, and period management, and also the FRS invoicing. Now, there is a payroll, which is where you manage the staff, and that also has its own sub-menu of employee portal, the payroll, payslip, leave management, salary, increment, and all that, also under the payroll. Now, below that is the CRM, which has all the basic CRM functions that allows you to manage leads, where your list of your customers, and where they are on the pipeline. This allows you to manage customers from leads for you to invoice them, and it also ensures that you're able to see the level, or let me say the engagement of having with a particular customer. Now, Usawa has a Nigerian purposely built calendar that allows you to see what is due, what is coming when it comes to compliances and regulatory issues. For example, when to file payee, have you filed payee for the month, when is the next one due, NSICF contribution, NHF contribution, pension, VAT, withholding tax, remittances, audited financial statement, annual CAC return, and these are all the compliance you need. You can view them, you can even add deadlines that you feel that you need, or you can look at, and then you have the document. This is where you can upload various documents. We have kind of created categories, default categories for you, but you can actually create more categories as you wish and all that. But based on our experience, these are the major categories that you may need to have to store documents in terms of business registration, your licenses and permits, tax documents, insurance, contracts, certification, and all that, and other documents. If you have specific, you can easily just click on create, and then you create another category of documents where you can store your documents. And then below that, you have the marketplace. The marketplace is where we built and is constantly being updated and upgraded to bring in new integrations into it. We are proposing about 24 integrations at the moment, which we ensure that the plan is for before the third quarter of 2026. All these are already activated. But for now, there are 6 that are basically available. We can show you, for example, we intend to allow you to connect to GIG when it comes to logistics, so that you also know where items are. There's banking and finance, there's e-commerce connection, Jumai, Shopify. All this is, again, to make your Usawa Suite more robust. We've had integration into the normal Paystack, InterSwitch, and all that, Remitter. We're also trying to integrate with payment gateways such as OPay, MoneyPoint, and all that. So that will allow you easily to collect money from customers and all that. And then below that is the support button. You can also raise a support ticket through here, and this is where you can actually monitor all the tickets that you have raised over time. How have they been handled? Is it still open? Has it been closed? And all that. Below that is the settings, the general settings for your Usawa Suite. We'll be coming to do another video on the various areas of settings so that you get the settings right and you have everything that relates to setting. So on the next video, we'll be taking all the areas about the settings of Usawa.